Hey, hi Z. What's up with our youngest DJ? Youngest house. All right, so we're streaming there. Let me share the links. I'll put that on there. No, we'll just show it. We'll just look at the record because it records from the screen. We'll see us on stage. Yeah. On stage. Yeah. Yeah. And then after that, I'll say, okay, everybody, make sure you got your drink. Now meet the person next to you, ask what they're doing, and then we'll put people on the stage in 5 minutes. You want to stream the second part? Well, the whole thing, and then afterwards, I'll put do on this one, and then in 2 days when he since the finals matched up, this video. I mean, this is like you got. It's like making solutions of what we got at the time. It is, man. It is, man. I love that, dude. India's the best. Because, like, you know, because people are so proud of what they can do, but they don't realize that oftentimes they've been given a lot of resources, a lot of support. And I really like it when people don't have that support. You know, just make it happen. All right. Let's just tell everybody streaming. Yeah, Twitter, and then I'll share it out to our Twitter and our LinkedIn, right, for anybody that's online. Let me see. Oh, I say 20 minutes to start. It's already there. I'm just adding the live stream. Right? So people will visit the page. Yeah, so a lot of people are already there. And you know, I direct people to the main website because that's what CryptoMondays is. Right. So we'll have a live stream link and they can just click on it right there. It's gonna say. And so like in previous events, delays, and there's a live stream, Dubai, Vienna, live stream, you just click on it. And so you can see it there. And then so if we place it, like we're going to place this live stream because the camera quality, but still the people that want to watch literally live can capture a cool and okay version and stuff like that. So so that way, you know, we just keep it also excited, and there's a timeline, so 16 minutes. Like, okay, we know this is gonna happen, they know what they're gonna do, and that's it, man. So let me just put this all over. Telegram. So this puts us in the groups. CryptoMondays, Bangalore. Hmm? I just said it starts at 15 minutes. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me see here. Yeah. Yeah, but it's 15 minutes, man. I tell 10. You start at 18. Tell them 10. No, 10 minutes from go. From now. Good evening, good evening. What's up, everybody? Namaskar. Namaskar. All right, it's my privilege and honor to be here for the first time in Bangalore doing Crypto Mondays. I'm sit down to the people live streaming. We're live streaming all over the world. Yeah, we're live streaming all over the world, but I'm excited to be here instead of Token 2049, where a lot of people are. We also have Crypto Mondays Token 2049. Has anybody been to a Crypto Mondays around the world? Nobody? Okay, so you all are going to get acquainted. Crypto Mondays, I'm going to just acquaint you real quick, and then we're going to have some really good speakers on stage. We have great conversations, obviously networking. They should have some different drinks around. There should be some food and snacks at different Crypto Mondays. Sometimes there's more. Sometimes we have buffets. Sometimes we have alcoholic drinks, depending on the sponsorship in the evening. I'm glad to see this is a packed audience tonight. We were going to have it outside on this beautiful rooftop terrace, and I'm going to show the people just on my after recording what it looks like outside. That's the outside. That's the crew. Say, hey, what's up, everybody? All right, guys, I'm going to tell you that Crypto Mondays is the world's largest and oldest Web3 meetups. All right, we've been around since the beginning. A lot of crypto OGs. Every name that you can think of in crypto has been on the Crypto Mondays stage. You could just type up Crypto Mondays and the name of your favorite crypto person. They've probably been on stage. We're just kicking off in India, though, for the first time. But guess what, guys? New Delhi was our 68th city. So that makes Bangalore our 69th. Bangalore has a special place in Crypto Mondays history being number 69. And it got another special place too. The founder of Crypto Mondays. So I'm the founder of Crypto Mondays Global. I go around to all the cities around the world and support our communities in 69 different cities, in 69 different ways. And yeah, but so I go around to different cities and launch new communities and support different communities. But Luke Kerner was the founder of Crypto Mondays. He's a crypto OG. He was the first person to offer Mark Zuckerberg to buy Facebook. Have you seen that movie, The Social Network? Yeah. Where this guy offered him bottom dollar. That was Luke Kerner. He switched from Wall Street to crypto early, and now he's 24/7 crypto. But guess what, guys? Today's his birthday. He's in Token 2040 right now, 2049 right now, doing Crypto Mondays. But I just wanted to say happy birthday, Lou. Everybody say happy birthday, Lou. All right, so we got Lou, and so Crypto Mondays is meetups. Right, we have meetups, but it's different kind of meetups because we're not going to have like long lectures. We're not going to have a bunch of shilling tokens. We're a neutral community, so we're not just going to talk about Bitcoin for 2 hours, and we're not just going to talk and shill different tokens or different NFTs. Hey, look, here's a new NFT to buy. We're a completely neutral community. So if you want to get involved as a coordinator here locally in Bangalore, then come talk to me after, because we got some amazing innovations to put on stage, the global stage of Crypto Mondays. And I'm going to put some of those on there tonight, not only in this super innovative house, but also after. I'm going to invite a couple people up to pitch their projects. We got 170 VCs in Crypto Mondays community, Crypto Oracle, Crypto Mondays. Some of them will be watching the show after usually. And we also have a great community of advisors, crypto projects, people to get involved in, because it's time to put India on the crypto map as a leader, right? I'm not just talking about Polygon. I'm not just talking about some of the other stuff that's going on here. I'm talking about Zoho House. I'm talking about everything that's in this room. I'm talking about the next generation in India, right? And we can even call it Crypto Mondays Bharat, because we got the Crypto Mondays Bharat Telegram invite. So just to let you know, this is the website for Crypto Mondays. If you want to get involved as a speaker or a sponsor or a partner, you have those pages. And then also, I have a podcast that I started called Crypto Mondays Green.
We're getting ready to release the second episode. It's cool. It's got characters, funny characters, fake sponsors, like fake oil company sponsors like Shill instead of Shell. And we're going to be talking about green topics, environmental friendly topics related around sustainability, Web3 on a podcast type of thing. But then we have global, which is what we're here at, Crypto Mondays Global. And that's where I go around and I interview amazing people and amazing projects that people didn't even know about. Like, how many people heard of Zone House before? Okay, all right, so I had a lot of people, but we're in Bangalore, right? A lot of people outside of Bangalore or out of India don't even know what a Zostal is. And everybody like, how have you not heard of Zostal? Well, so here we are right now, and it's live streaming right now. And so there I am actually live streaming right there on the page. So we have about 1,000 hits a day just on that page. And you can see I've been all over the world, man. Here was Delhi, here is Vienna, here is Dubai, here is Bucharest. So if you guys want to be part of setting up Crypto Mondays as a regular community, I just want to invite you there. But also there's something that I wanted to mention that you see I'm wearing this cool t-shirt, right? This cool Crypto Mondays t-shirt. Well, I gotta open it up. You know, people say, hey, who's going to be doing the Crypto Mondays tonight? And you say, oh, it's that, somebody said, oh, it's that guy that looks like Superman. And I say, man, I don't look like Superman. I look like Tom Cruise. No, but I say, no, man, I can't be Superman. I can't be Superman. You know why? You know why I can't be Superman? Because it's crypto night. It's crypto night, baby. Crypto night. So we have these Crypto Mondays t-shirts, Crypto Mondays swag, but these are special t-shirts, and the speakers tonight, only the speakers at Crypto Mondays Global are getting these t-shirts because these t-shirts have a special code, and that code is leads to a digital badge, and that digital badge is right here, and you can confirm that on my site, which is a sponsor here of this event. And why is it a sponsor? It's a sponsor all over of India because I have a nonprofit organization that does digital badges. And what we do is we use tokens to support education nonprofits in India and Africa. So some of the vetted, filtered, good nonprofits are going to be actually getting funding by supporting people getting Crypto Mondays digital badges, right? So it's a circular economy, and that's how we're working. And so there's only 50 available, and you can't have one. I'm sorry, you can't buy it as an NFT. You have to be a speaker on my show to get it. And what does it give you if you have this t-shirt or this badge, this digital badge? It gives you access to get free drinks, free food, and VIP table at any Crypto Mondays that you go to, right? So we have, if you're in any city around the world, any major conference, if you're token Singapore 2049 right now, and you're part of the Crypto Mondays VIP group, you're at the VIP table with the big name people, all right? And you know what? That concept is not new. Exclusivity is not new, is it? Because you guys are in a house right now that's all about exclusivity and community and setting itself apart from just the masses. You guys, I don't know if you know this, but this place is a member-only space. I mean, have you ever seen a hostel as cool as this? Right? No. Well, I mean, I've been in a couple places like this. So if you want to support, so we're on Polygon though, but you can make your own digital badge project. You can see it right here at get-smart.net. So you can support developers. This is a way to have people with informal qualifications to formalize those, because the economy of informal education is 92% and the economy of formal education is 8%. So we want to empower a lot of those people that are learning things not in the university, not in the school, not learning how to be slaves to an old system that's basically keeps people in poverty and doesn't give them any achievements that they hold. It's on Polygon, which we all know. We've had a couple big people from Polygon up on Crypto Mondays stage. You all know Sandeep Nawal. Yeah. And anybody know Sameep Singhania from Quick Swap? We just had him on in Delhi. So we're big fans of all these people. So if you want to learn about like what we're doing, so here's our first. We just kicked this off live of 2 weeks ago, and I held off on this for 6 years, y'all. Right? Say, who's Josh? Who's this guy in the funny sunglasses? Right? I'm going to tell you who I am in just a second. Right? I'm going to reveal it. I'm going to turn off the camera first. But here's the thing, dude. Last Saturday night, on my way from Mumbai to here, I got the confirmation that this is a nonprofit in the United States. That means it's the first crypto that can be run in the United States. Besides Bitcoin, everybody. All right, guys. Yeah, think about that. All right. So it's running through our charity. And you know what? We care about India and education. So Manzil, I don't know, Ravi Gulati, who's an amazing guy. They're starting off with Manzil, and Manzil is a school over there in New Delhi, and they have volunteer teachers. And so we're going to be funding through the badges that we create and the tokens that we trade as a nonprofit. Will be as a side benefit, putting these teachers into college right here in India that are working in these low-income schools and communities. So I'm very, very excited about that. And you say, well, what the heck are you doing, Josh? Are you doing all this stuff? So you can find out more about the projects. We're going to have Teach for India on there and several things else. But you say, well, what is this all about, NFTs and all this stuff that you're doing, Crypto Mondays? Where did you come about? I'll just give you my context real quick, and then we're going to pull up our amazing featured guest speakers tonight, just to give everybody context, because they don't know who I am. They call me the NFT professor. All right. So they say I'm an OG, whatever that means, but basically I'm considered one of the pioneers of NFT technology. I hold one of the first patents on the technology. I've been working on it since 2016 on Ethereum when I was a professor at UCL. Anybody heard of UCL, University College London? Yeah, I was building university stuff for them, and they didn't want the technology, so I took it. And then I started hanging around the communities, and I thought, hey, these people are really cool. Actually, this is a lot cooler, a lot better than being a university professor. So I think I'm going to go hang around a bunch of young degens and have a good time. And it ended up now that I'm the host of Crypto Mondays, and I host these events around the world, but I'm still really dedicated to NFTs, NFT communities. I know all these guys from the beginning, Gary Vee, Bored Apes. I've known all these guys from New York City since the beginning. So, and you'll see me on stage a lot around the world at NFT events. And tonight, what we're really going to look at is real world use cases of NFTs, right? And I know better than anybody because I've been in there since 2016. And I know, and obviously I showed you my digital badges. That's a real world use case, right? You know, validating informal education is something that is non-existent right now. And we can do it in Web3. And we can do it in a way that supports low-income communities. We can incentivize contributors. We can make circular economies. We can change the world through NFTs. NFTs changes ownership. You know what I mean? NFTs changes the game. And we're going to learn one of the best use cases right here, right now, about real estate from some people that have been doing it big time here in India and are getting ready to do it big time all around the world. And the last thing I'll say before we bring up our guests is that if you are a startup and you have a good idea, you might want to come up on my stage. Because if you've heard of Empire DAO, anybody heard? A couple people have. This place is built on the idea of Empire DAO. And guess where Empire DAO is in New York City? Guess where they got their first investment? My Crypto Mondays. All right. So people are watching you all. All right. So we want to get investment for you. We want to build community here in Bangalore. We want to make this the hottest city in Asia. All right. And I know people say, but Delhi's hotter than Bangalore. No, we're going to make this hotter than that. So before I pull up our guests, I'm super happy to invite our guests up here. I just want to ask you a quick question, guys. How's the Josh? How's the Josh? How's the Josh? Hi, sir. All right, it's cool. All right, guys. All right, I'm gonna invite the team up here. First, I want to invite Samurai up by himself just for a couple minutes to have a chat. This is Samurai. Is it? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Zoho House. All right.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Samurai. Of course, it's not my real name, but it is the internet identity that I go with. And there is an entire world that only knows me by the name Samurai. And yeah, welcome to Zoho House. I guess we're going to talk about a lot of Zoho in the coming half an hour. So I'll keep that to it. And do we need to change something up or anything? Sitting or anything like that?
No, I think we're gonna be good. We got the streaming going, we got the lights, pretty good. We got a couple cameras going on. All right, so,
I'm gonna have Jack on the stage with me.
all right.
So that we can talk a little bit more on the real world asset thing.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this is what we want to do, right? I like to keep in the flow, right? That's why I fit really good with India, right? We stay in the flow. So we might change up, we might mix up, we might have different people on stage. All right, you want to bring Jack up here?
Hey, absolutely.
What's up, man? How's it going, man? Welcome.
This is Captain Jack. He's the Chief Strategy Officer of Zotel and Global. I'll have him introduce himself.
Hey guys, how's it going? People know me by different aliases. Some call me Captain Jack, some call me Provider Fever. Yeah, I've been with Dostal and Zoho for the past 10 years now. We've been building a lot of cool stuff in real estate and hospitality. We are the world's largest software chain, and with Zoho, we are in it for the next 10-15 years, trying to build the decentralized operations layer for the entire country. So really excited about what next.
Okay, cool. All right, so Jack got to introduce himself. For Samurai, introduce yourself a little bit, and are we gonna have any space for anybody else? We can switch in.
Yeah, I think we can
as well.
switch or make space for Pulsar as well.
Yeah, because I'd love to have Pulsar.
Yeah, we'll do a fireside.
Yeah, let's do that, man. I love that. You see, this is what I also love about India, is like ready to do it. Jugaar innovation, that's why. You guys ready to do some Jugaar tonight, right? All right, so I love to hear the personal stories, and so I'm gonna ask you to give your personal stories. I'm gonna ask Kulsa to give her personal story, and maybe a couple other people, just how you got into this. And that, how did you get into Web3 and NFTs particularly? Why NFTs and stuff like that? And that'll give the audience a little context about NFTs in general, and then we'll get to the next fun stuff. All right, so go ahead.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm Samurai. I'm the Samurai of Zoho World, and Zoho World is a internet native community. We unlock and empower individuals to build their internet lifestyle in that sense. And this is one of our products, Zoho House, and currently building out this product out. And this is a clubhouse for our members. Our membership collection is called Founders Club. So it's Zoho World Founder NFTs. So we've named it in that sense that we want to give this empowerment, the feeling of becoming a founder itself. I got into crypto. It's very cliche the way I got into crypto. I've known about Bitcoin from I think 2014-ish, but only knew about it as a digital payments protocol, and there's something going on with the tech space, and Web3 wasn't a term at that point. And 2017 is when I actually degened in, aped in, we might call it nowadays, but that's when I actually put some money into crypto. And this was very monetarily driven. It was everything was going up like crazy. It was the bull run happening, and that's why I got in. But I stick around for the culture and the community. I met a lot of people. At one point, all of my entire portfolio was like 10% of what it was.
Yeah.
But I've gained now like an entire community of internet folks that I don't know where they're from or what they do, but I just like hanging out with them. Right. So stuck around for that, and then that's when NFTs comes into picture. NFTs were around for a bit.
Yeah.
Not popular till I think 2020, I think, right? And then Bored Apes, CryptoPunks, and all these folks came out and showed us how to use these internet identities into the world, and that brought culture into crypto. And obviously, I'm a fiend for community and culture. So dive right in and find the right folks. Found Jack, found Bun, found BB. All these folks are just crazy visionaries building out this dream that is unfathomable for most of the people. And I just vibed with them and stuck around, and we're still building products every single quarter. We're coming out with products and services that is going to 10x a founder's journey. And you're sitting in one of them.
Yeah, yeah, sitting in one of them, great, man. All right, so it's amazing. You mentioned that you're in it for culture and community. Of course, he's in it for cash. The other C, right? He's got 3 C's going on there: culture, community, and cash. But you know, he didn't say this cliche. He said he was talking about cliches, but the real cliche is I'm in it for the tech. Right? I'm in it for the tech. Yeah, sure, buddy. All right. So, but culture and community, what it's really all about. And the naysayers, they say, oh, look at now the NFTs are down, and look at now Bitcoin's down. They don't understand what community is about. They don't understand what culture is about. Right? So I was really happy that you said that. Now, Jack, tell us what brought you here, man.
It's been a long journey, so
Keep it like short.
yeah. Exactly. So I think we had established a great hostel chain, had been running for 6 to 7 years. We have been the best travel community in India, one of the best love travel brands, and the community was just out there in gospel. And we thought about, what could we do for the community to productize it, to bring it on a single platform. And that's when we were toying with the idea of passion economy. And we had changed the way India travels, and we wanted to unlock the world for everyone to travel seriously. So we started with this hypothesis of how we can go about that, and we went across several avenues. We had built the entire travel AI game similar to Pokemon Go. That's still in the back end. That's still there. And the entire thesis came from that people should have these different quests where we can travel and we can be rewarded, and it could be a proof of concept and a proof of travel. And the way we were experimenting with, just NFT happened to be on the scene, and we realized that this is the tech we got to build.
Right.
This is exactly what we're looking for. And that's when we started experimenting with NFTs per se, beyond the Bitcoin and beyond the Ethereum and the cryptocurrencies. And that's when we opened the first Go NFT that was on the day when El Salvador, the country, made the Bitcoin a public.
Yeah, I saw that collection, right?
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah, and it's got a lot of cool elements and stuff like that.
It's been an interesting journey. It's
Yeah.
we have to learn a lot. It's so much to discover. It's like the 397 internet era where
Yeah.
there's so much to discover, so much to be built, and it just took off from there. And we're still building, we're still evolving, and
Awesome.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, every day. Well, I'm gonna have you come back and talk about real world NFTs, but I would love to bring Kulsa up here on stage to give her a story. Can I bring you back in a few minutes, bro? To talk about substances? Stay up here in front, Jack. And then I'm gonna bring also, I'm also gonna bring Kushal up, so be prepared to tell your story, but you got the best story ever. All right, but tell us about your story now, how you got into all this, and she also has the luxury of the youngest DJ in India. Priceless.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to So and Dr. Josh. Welcome to India. You guys are doing a great job with Crypto Mondays. And so I'm Kulsa. Kul call me. Naam hai mera bahut bada hai, isliye Kulsa.8 is what people call me. And I got into the Web3 space in the year 2021 November. When I saw my husband and my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law and everyone, they were buying Atom Bomb Squad. And they were like very cool bombs. And they used to only talk about bombs. And I used to be like feeling that FOMO, what's happening? What are these guys doing? I also want something. So we used to browse all the
So you said everybody were buying bombs. Is that what is happening?
Everybody is buying bombs.
Everybody was buying bombs. People around me were buying bombs. So yeah, and yeah, apes to chali rahe the, apes and CryptoPunks and all these things were going on, and I wanted something niche and something related to the women, and that's when World of Women was there, and I got my first World of Women that was 1.8. It will be on in the November 2021. That would be around six.
Yeah, 6-7.
6-7 lakhs. अब इसका floor नीचे गिर गया है, बहुत नीचे गिर गया है. But pros, Zoval's floor is not falling down. So yeah, that is my story. And since then, it's been phenomenal that I have my own fragrance brand and I'm trying to build up a community globally with all my NFT holders. I have my NFTs minted out there. You can go and check my Twitter account. I've come to Zo recently because I was taking care of the little one back home, and I was really, really surprised to see the community, the way the community has been building and people joining. It's just the builders game out there, and people are just loving coming here, working. It's just like second home. And our most special founder, Santosh, is here. I think you should ask him also about the experience of Zo.
I will.
Yeah.
We're gonna have him.
So, that was really nice, guys. And this Zo World is a community for all the builders out there. And if you want to join the community, you have to have the NFTs. And then once you get the NFTs, you get a lot of perks. We have something called Zo Studio. And Zo Studio is the one which is behind all the events, which is behind all the creative part of Zo World. And we do launch a lot of artists out there, and we do a lot of auctions for them. And so we are very close to doing philanthropy.
Yeah.
Your fragrance brand also Zo Studio.
Yeah, my fragrance brand was also launched thanks to Zo Studio. So it's been great, and we're too early. We just checked the data yesterday. We just active users in the Web3 worldwide is 1.5 million. That's it.
That's
So
it.
yeah, we're like top notch. So if you guys are there, and if you're here, that means you're too crazy and too smart.
Well, you know what?
Also,
Now that I know that you have a fragrance brand, I don't think your husband will mind me saying, you smell great, I gotta say. So, but that's cool. So they have a studio, a Web3 studio that helps you out. They have also professional podcasting rooms. They have lived-in spaces where you can co-live. You can have a VIP in your own private room, and of course you see the view. And they each got balconies and things, but they also have like more hostel style or the shared accommodation, again, for the philanthropy side. But it's a cool space. But beyond that, there's a lot more benefits that can be provided, which is being part of a community. And this is what we're going to get into. We're going to have one more story, and then we're going to get to the nitty gritty, which is I know what you're all wanting to do, is get about what's the NFT's future, what is a real world use cases. But I thought I came here yesterday and I thought the stories were so interesting. So I'm going to ask, one more person to come up here, and then at the end, I'm going to bring you up, okay? But right now I want to bring up Kushal. All right, give a round of applause for Kushal. Thank you very much, Kushal. All right. Now, he has a really cool story because I didn't know, actually, he told me the story, but he's a super humble guy. And that's one of their philosophies here is be humble. But I didn't know that he won the poker tournament and actually didn't have any experience playing poker or didn't have much. But just tell him your story real quick and then explain kind of some of the direction of Zo House as well that you plan on going before we move to the next bit.
So my story started like early last year when Zo World founder NFTs are about to launch. So I randomly stumbled upon Zo World's website through Zostel's website, and I didn't know anything about Web3 beyond the cryptocurrencies. So after joining the server, all the meetings of Zoval used to happen publicly. So anyone can walk into a meeting where CEO is talking and you can talk to them as well. So I also happened to do that, and I started asking questions about what Zoval is. So at that point, Zoval was trying to create a decentralized economy for the travel community across the world. And that got me very curious, like how is Web3 connected to a travel economy? But then I got more curious about it, and in one of the AMA sessions, where DB was answering questions, I asked him a couple of questions about how is this going to work? Why do you need Web3 to create something like this? Why not do it directly? So he was able to give me answers that opened up my mind that there's a lot of stuff in Web3 that people might not know about. Even though I was in tech, I was working as a developer, I didn't have all that idea. So so they basically gave away one of the founder NFTs in that session to the person who asked the most interesting questions, and I got my NFT through that. So then when Zoha launched in December last year, they hosted a poker tournament, and I didn't really have much experience of playing poker, but I wanted to try my luck, and I came in the top 8, and the final was held at Zoho House, and I won the tournament. So that sort of gave me a bit recognition in the team with the team members, and I started hanging out over here, and that's how I got close to the team. And when I wanted to switch jobs, this opportunity was there, so I just took it. So I work as a product manager at Zoworld, looking after. I'm involved in all the digital products that Zoworld is creating, be it for the founder members, for the community, for the team, internal team as well. So yeah.
Great, man. And so, I mean, I love these amazing stories of people that come out of nowhere. It's like that movie, Slumdog Millionaire. You guys know that? Of course you do, right? But no, you're not a slumdog by any means. And here's the thing is that people love to play games in blockchain Web3. Is anybody here in the gaming industry? All right, a few of you. Okay, a few of you. All right. I mean, this is a big area of growth, a big area of potential. Also, I'm a keynote speaker at the Sigma conference. There's 20,000 people all about iGaming in Malta. And I was there last year, and Web3 blockchain is a big deal for the gaming industry, all that. And if you go to the ETH event, I'm going to give you guys a little alpha. If you go to the ETH event, they always have a poker game, and it will cost like 1 ETH to get in. All right, so it's not low stakes. All right, and these guys are some sharks, and these guys are pretty good. But you know what? A lot of the crypto OGs and stuff like that, you're going to find in the poker game, and you gain a lot of respect by playing people in poker as well. So this is amazing how this young guy was able to jump in there. He was able to show his interest, show his enthusiasm, and get into the community. And he's going to have a really great career. We can see it coming up. And that's the thing about Web3. There's a lot of careers being made here. And there's a lot of people switching from their traditional boring finance world and the traditional boring bank world and say, I don't want that bank job. Or I don't want to be the web dev of the old JavaScript or the old C+. I want to do something new and exciting. And I want to be around cool people, innovative people with a good vibe that are thinking about the future and that share the same principles with me. So, all right, give it up to him because we're going to be winning the next ETH poker. If you see him at ETH Bangalore in a poker tournament, go to a different table. Because you're gonna lose. All right, thanks for coming up, man. All right, dude. All right, so I'm gonna pull up Jack to come back up here, man, and hang out with us here. And we're gonna talk about some real stuff, right? NFTs, real world use cases, monkey picture, some children's drawings. You know, we can get the poop from Z's diapers and make it an NFT. Laser beam. What other things, use cases of NFTs from the crowd? Any use cases besides monkey pictures? POAPs. So digital certificates. All right. What else? Exclusivity, member clubs. Credentials, okay, so like what I'm doing with, but you can have formal credentials, or you can have any kind of credentials. That's also like certificates, somebody said. What else?
Token gated utility.
Token gated utility, whatever that means. That means like what he's talking about, membership clubs, you have to have the token in order to get in. All right, you could do that maybe without it, but it proves ownership of it.
It gives you identity.
Identity. All right, so we can have identity through NFTs. What's another thing?
In-game collectibles.
In-game collectibles. A lot of that's with NFTs as well as semi-fungible tokens. In-game collectibles, right?
Stake, you can rent, you can sell, you can buy, you can be a part of the ecosystem.
You can rent, you can sell, you can buy, and be part of that ecosystem of renting goods. You can have goods represented as NFTs. So if you want to rent something and then you own it, you can use the NFT within this new ecosystem, right? I haven't heard anybody talk about why Polygon is such a big popular blockchain versus like the other layer twos that we have on Crypto Mondays all the time, all over the world, like Celo and Near and Solana. What's better about Polygon than Solana as far as NFTs? Because Solana is pretty awesome. We had them on Crypto Mondays several times. What's the difference there? Brands, isn't it? I mean, you got Starbucks. Huh? Go ahead. Yeah, you got Starbucks, you got Nike, you got Adidas, now you got Lufthansa. These are big time players. And now they're using NFTs. What are they using it for? Fan engagement. Yeah, fan engagement and to capture the next generation. So what he's talking about, ecosystem. What was your name?
Rahul.
Okay, Rahul, Rahul was mentioning about ecosystem: buy, sell, trade, earn, receive, give. And what they found out, why are all these big brands on these blockchains now? It's not because, oh, it's much more easy to use than a Visa card or a loyalty point system, because we know it's not. It's because the people, when they get an NFT, they get like 10,000 times engagement. Right here in India, Royal Enfield. I'm a big fan of Royal Enfield. Anybody a Royal Enfield fan here? Yeah, all right. They did an NFT collection with just 10 NFTs available, exclusivity, like you said, token gating, and the people got these unique art pieces. 15,000 new people signed up to their system and their site that they would have never had in another way. So they got a huge amount of return on that. So their apparel business, which is actually the biggest business, not the motorcycles. You might not know that, but that's actually the biggest business. And that links with Internet of Things, that links with metaverse, and all of that comes around with NFTs. All right, so now we heard all the real world use cases. You guys can go. I didn't know. So for anybody that doesn't know, what's the real world use case of the NFT in Zoho House?
The use case of the NFT is access to the community, basically just that. And then we have products for the members of this community, that whoever holds this NFT or has it in his wallet or whatnot. They also get to use a lot of these products and services that we build. One of the products is Zoho House, which is a members only clubhouse, which gives them which has a stay, which gives them the entire lifestyle, which is like their food, shelter, and their clothes, and everything that they would need, and even the last element being like the socialized aspect of it. That is basically the utility of the NFT in the house itself. It gives you like the entry. Nobody else can enter the house apart from there being an event or something like that. Apart from that, every member if let's say you have the NFT and you're not from Bangalore, you also get to like vouch for a certain number of people to visit the property and experience Zoho and itself, and take part in whatever is happening, right? So that is some of the use cases of that NFT, but boiling it down, it's basically access to the community that is of these crazy visionaries that are building heads down.
All right, man, go ahead.
I think these are the current use cases that we're building for, but what we're reading going towards is that we believe in digital assets per se. And obviously right now in the current ecosystem, especially in the bull market, the assets are a bit misunderstood in certain sense that obviously we have these collectibles that are really picking up a very good use case. But what we're really building towards is actually having a different sort of value that is backing these assets when we talk about the digital assets. And what I mean by that is that obviously blockchain enables you to have a permissionless ecosystem, an open ecosystem, and on top of that, you can incentivize the community to be a part of that ecosystem. So how we're planning to do that is that obviously we have a house that is running just like a real estate. But productizing each and every aspect of running this real estate and participating in every aspect, be it the corporate culture or be it running a house, even in terms of basics of housekeeping. Once we're able to productize that, we can create digital assets, let's say in the form of a 3D room, like the one we are sitting in. So people can now access these different spaces in the work format and the SOPs by buying these digital assets or just having or taking some of that. Once they have access to that in a permissionless way, we can have incentives for them to perform certain functions. That enables a permissionless way of running this entire ecosystem, and that is the foundation of the decentralized operation. So these digital assets have a certain amount of decentralized operation backed value that is going to always provide certain liquidity, certain value to, let's say, keep up the flow price, but we're not really concerned about that. But now the interesting thing that happens is that we can have multiple layers of these digital assets. So you can imagine, let's say, metaphorically, an entire 3D model of this house. Right. And we have these micro digital assets that are performing these decentralized operations and enabling people to be a part of the community. So we have this model that is working there in a decentralized office. Now let's say we want to open 50 houses across the world. Next. So we can have these entire house NFTs, let's say on a Twitter and say, and we want to see, let's say, if we want to open in New York and we let's need $3 million. We can send these NFTs that okay, this is a NYC Zoo NFT that is priced at let's say 2,000. Obviously, we cannot be sure that a single person can buy a 2,000 worth of NFT. So what we can do next is that we can have fractional ownership of these parent NFTs, and then we can have an investment there coming in the real estate business. And that really, that is a different sort of ecosystem. And
that's the multi-layers that you're talking about.
Yeah, and
multi-layers of value, multi-layers of connection.
Of course, and it's not easy. It's not really easy to really talk about. It's easy to talk about, but it has so many integrities, so many intricacies. You have to build a tokenization there. You have to work on tokenomics. You have to have different things. And then obviously you have the legal and regulatory side of things. It's not easy to have just these NFTs and have the investment come in and not be worried about the real regulations that are there. So it's a step-by-step process for us, but that's why we say that we are in this for the let's say the next 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
It's not about having a fast-growing community and managing the flow price. It's never about that. We have the antithesis in terms of NFT collection. We never marketed our NFTs at all. We are very happy to do it slowly, have select people who really understand the tech behind it, who really understand the use case behind it. And that's how we want to do it.
Amazing. Yeah, you mentioned a word that made my ears perk up.
Yeah.
Fractionalization, right? Who knows what fractionalization means? Fractionalization. Okay, a few people up here. All right. Who can give us I can give you basically fractionalizing something is breaking it down, breaking the ownership down into pieces. Like we did Crypto Mondays at Belvedere Museum in Vienna, Austria, with the Kiss painting, priceless painting by Gustav Klimt. You might see this gold painting of a man kissing a woman. It's like the Mona Lisa kind of level. And they fractionalized it as NFT. And they gave away one to an audience member of Crypto Mondays. But they sold the rest of it. So 10,000 people could buy a little piece of the kiss, like a small corner of it. And all put together, it comes up with the whole kiss. Now, they don't own the actual painting because that painting is not going anywhere. But that painting is not going anywhere. So it's just like gold. I mean, it's really a cultural item that's going to be there forever. So it's an investment in some kind of a real world backed asset through a fractionalization of an NFT. Nobody could spend $1 million on a piece of art. And I mean, maybe a few people in this room can, but they're not going to let you know who they are. But most of us would say, I could put $1,000 into investments, a nice piece of art. But then when you think about fractionalization, it's not just about art. What's the biggest thing you think you'd want to invest in? Real estate. So real estate, this is a pretty nice piece of real estate. And you talked about like member benefits. I'm wondering if the members are ever going to be owners of this real estate through like a fractionalization scheme. You guys got any plans for any of that for Dostals or for Zoe House or any way that the small man can get a piece of the real estate through fractionalization? I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, we thought about this use case for a long time now.
Yeah.
Especially with Zostel. So with Zostel, what we did in 2015 was that we had this build these hostels, and back then India did not really know what backpacking was really about. And so this build industry, what we did was that we made our entire data public. Anyone could access what hostel is all about, how to open hostel, what are the kind of costs involved. And we launched the franchising program on top of that. It was a huge success. We got like applications, 10,000 applications from over 120 countries.
Wow.
And
No market.
no, we did some of the marketing,
Okay.
but the community, but it was, it was really a great program to invest into open hostel, and the economics and everything was there transparently done. So what that enabled was that even today for hostel, even after 80 plus hostels, we get requests from all over the world for, I think, close to 15 to 20 requests for people who maybe own land, maybe own a property, or someone who is very passionate about travel and just wants to run a hostel.
Yeah.
Or someone who has, that's a huge amount of money, maybe some of these guys, and they want to just invest. So now we are in a position that we can have different combinations of these people to form different entities where the finances are sorted, where the operations are sorted, and you can just open your own hostels. Someone can run it, you can run it yourself. So that allows us to open up the fractionalization aspect of these hostel ownerships, wherein you can invest certain amount of money and then get certain, and it's a lot of things that we can do. We can have time sharing concepts that we can bring on the blockchain. We can have the entire ownership of a hostel. We can share the revenue on top of that.
Yeah.
So that is the way that hostel is going to function in the next coming years. And that's the whole exercise for us, with Zoe, with Zostel, on how to, and we want to go very deep vertically across the entire industry. And that's why we're building the entire real estate on one side, taking care of the entire operations there on the other side, and opening it up for the company to participate in a commission-based way on the third side. So that is the kind of ecosystem that we want to build. And it also obviously goes back to tie to the passion economy kind of thing, where we want anyone to earn a certain amount of to just travel around the world, do what they want, and it's just like for example,
Yeah. So digital nomads, I mean, I know what that's about. I've been a digital nomad since 2006. Some of you were in diapers at that time. All right, so we just got a couple more questions. One of the things about Crypto Mondays, we keep it light in the sense of time. We're not going to overdo you with a long form interview. But there's one thing I wanted to capture, and then we'll bring just one more person on stage, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll have a couple pitches after we take a little break. Just let people warm up stuff. Something that's really cool. So we're talking about all these variety of use cases in this sandbox experimental space, right? And they said they made a 10-year, 15-year commitment. That's smart money. It's just smart money, right? There's only one, She said that, there's only, 1.5 million people on blockchain, but we know there's gonna be a lot more. We know there's gonna be a lot more people doing nomad stuff. We know there's gonna be a lot more people interested in passive income through, small or minor investments, whether it's in fractionalized real estate or it's in some NFT project or some passion project that you're interested in. We know there's gonna be One Direction fans turned into like the next Indian boy band, super fans that are gonna wanna have all the NFTs and the swag and stuff. So they're just like, hey, we got an experimental space and we're doing all this. Now, what I found in this conversation yesterday with Samurai was super, super interesting about the experimental space. And it was actually a use case and an idea that I had never thought of before, man, guys. And I've been in 58 different cities in the last 500 days. I've been on stage over 100 times in the last 2 years. And so I'm talking with a lot of people about these things, all the experts, but he brought up something that was really, really interesting about people having different competencies, different skills, different abilities to work together to get things done. Tell me how that works in a place like Zoho House, because in my opinion, that makes, as a solo entrepreneur who built 2 companies by himself from the ground up, not, and having to scratch and find different competencies and look all over the place for that. How is that different in a place like Zoho House where you have a community feeling and people with these multiple intelligences, multiple competencies? Tell me how that works, man.
Actually, even I don't know. It's just, I think I can go a little metaphysical in this sense that it's more about the frequencies that you're emitting. Every individual has their own vibrations, has their own frequencies that they emit into the world, right? And these are like your skill set. It could be something that you're good at. It could be something that you're passionate about. It could be something that you're working really hard to achieve. Anything of those sorts, and that these experiences and these things that you're thinking is emitting a certain sense of frequency, right? And when you have a place which is emitting this white noise kind of an environment, which is like non-judgmental, borderless, and permissionless, like he's saying, everybody is empowered enough to do whatever they want. And like you were saying, Gati enables us to figure out what they're good at later on, because there's always something going on that we're building, and it's an experimental phase. So it gives a lot of time for everybody to get to know each other, right? You have to go on certain adventures with certain people to understand what they're about or understand the frequency that it's resonating. What we do here is we make sure there is ample amount of adventures that the members can go on. So eventually they'll figure out, and it'll all the puzzle pieces will just come together. It always has. So we're just manifesting it into reality by just wishing it to happen, basically.
Okay,
Right?
but I'm like more likely to find a person who's gonna have the skills I need, like for example, web design or a podcast person or a video person, or so like in the practical sense of forming a team and building somebody to help me with this really cool creative project.
Absolutely. So what we do here is we basically take care of everything that this individual has to deal with in his life, right? Apart from the actual focused task that he's at, which is building his company or like finding his co-founder or finding the next web developer, whatever that is. But we get like swayed by all of these responsibilities, and like you have to do your laundry, you have to figure out what you're going to eat next, and all these other things which we take care of. And when an individual comes to that stage where everything is taken care of, they practically just fall into this flow state. And when you're in the flow state, you're in that frequency, and then people, it just happens organically, right? You're just emitting that energy out. So whoever is matching it gets connected quickly. And we made sure that the infra is top notch, so that it never hurts anybody to just go crazy with whatever they're building. We had like a podcast room, everything that you could think of, right?
Yeah.
So
Swimming pool downstairs.
yeah.
I just noticed it earlier.
Yeah. So I think it's a mix of all of these things together, plus a bunch of people that have gone through this entire journey like rigorously, right? If they're there to mentor, I think like Jack can act like he doesn't actually, obviously. This is just an example. I think if this were an institute, Jack would probably like act as a tech professor or somebody that is teaching these new kids ways, because he's a tenured individual who's built products that are mass adoption in Denver, right? We are the biggest hostel backpacking chain, and so I think it's all individuals like that, and people will get to that stage, and it will be like a communal activity to like it's a rite of passage for him to make sure that any developer that is coming in, he at least tells his story, right? And that connects people and that builds bonds, and hopefully, I'm not going to say everybody's going to find their match, but hopefully most of them do find their match.
All right, cool. All right, yeah, that's amazing. You want to say something on that? Yeah, mentors. So you get the mentorship, you get the camaraderie, you get the community, you get a studio, and if you need support on your building or whatever, you get that. All right. So I think we're about at the last question here. I mean, and we will pull in people to bring in for the founders and the pitch night as well. But I wanted to ask about Bangalore as a hub. All right, and India as a hub. But my man actually didn't get a chance to speak. So would you like Satosh, sorry. So would you like to come up to stage, share your experience, and also tell us what you think about the future of the city, because you're the man. All right. Say welcome to Satosh, everyone.
Hi, Zohar. So I'm fortunate to live this life now today because it's the third life to my experience, right? The first one, when I started my career, I was an entrepreneur working in a group like Tata's, and I had an opportunity to build and work in a business with $1 billion, right? So I worked in real estate, in retail, and then creating brands at scale, $1 billion plus, right? So then I started on my own. I'm a 2X founder and started working with the new generation brands, new products and services in the tech space and in the SaaS industry, right? So I had an opportunity to travel across India, live across different cities while in work and also in my own businesses. How serendipity has to say is that when I came in an investment space with Brink, as you all know, is an ecosystem of Animoca and Sandbox. It's all connected, right? So then I used to backpack and stay, and we all start our own business and we know how the journey is, right? So I stayed extensively across hostels, right? Today, when I come here as an opportunity to meet them for the first time, and I've known that, how they had created this brand and ability to speak to the founder, and I've seen where this can go based on the patterns that we see, right? So there are days when there are times when you have seen this founder-led business creation. Then you are saying product-led business creation. Now we are headed towards a community-led business creation and a co-creation, right? And what more is the best possibility to invest time, energy, and also the financial resources in a space better than ZooWorld and a ZooFab, right? The founders have built their cred in a space like real estate, which is one of the toughest in India to crack, and built to scale like how many properties today, sir? 80 plus properties, right? And one more interesting pattern that you can see there is 5-year, 10-year back. Any top metro you go, you will find the bunk bed in availability over the weekday. Difficult to find in weekends. Yeah. Today, you go to any of the city, there's 90% chance you won't get a bed. That's because travel economy has now become more like a workation economy, and youngsters like all of us, yeah, including me, yeah. So I started living and working out of hostel. That's one of the main reasons is because of the community creation. And their vision towards bringing this all together in a more accountable manner and taking this on a global stage and investing in them, I invariably become more better as a person to understand the space just by spending time here. Every day you meet different individuals, someone from different background, someone is building something different and new. We only learn by becoming a part of the family here.
Okay, excellent, man. All right, well, thank you very much, Satoshi. Now Satoshi has a unique step, a unique perspective, and, as an investor, as a founder, I mean, and knowing different spaces and knowing, having that dual role, knowing the differences there. What advice, and, we're saying to the guys who are in here right now, because these are the ones that probably have the best projects, what advice would you give for the young founder or the young dev who's wanting to come over into blockchain or come over into cryptos or has an NFT idea or a project? What's just some general advice that you would give based on your experience? Obviously you could mentor for days, and this is the kind of level mentor that you can get in this type of space like Zo House. That's why it's community token gated, obviously, but just for our global audience, and for some nice free nuggets, what do you got to say to the youngest?
Sure.
The one's a little bit younger than you, because we're young too, right?
Sure. So in my limited opinion, right, so the patterns that I recognize is twofold. One is the category of a founder, right? The first founder always looks at more passionately on the product. The second founder looks more like on the market execution and the team. The third founder always looks at the right investor, right? So when you start building out, build the right product for the right company at the right price point, right? And that's when you start doing a POC, you get credibility into an acceptance in the ecosystem, and thereby a good brand comes in. It's not always that you get an opportunity to have a right investor on board, but there's opportunities where you can work with the right incubator or an accelerator. Small plugin. Drink is also an interesting accelerator which you all can apply. We are accepting applications.
Great.
Yeah. So through that ecosystem, you start into a structured program, and you get into a solid mentorship, and you get into doors being opened to you to expand those opportunities, right? So these are a couple of patterns that I'm seeing. So I'm still very early days in the VC space. So happy to share as we move.
Yeah, that's great. All right, guys. Well, you know what? Thank you very much for coming up. I want everybody to say thank you to our guests. All right. I want where are the rest of our guests that were up here? Anybody that want to come up to the stage? Just last thing. All right. So what we'll do? You want to come up and pitch your product? I'm sorry.
I want to share experience with NFT X Infinity.
Oh, okay, great. All right. Wait, your name is Rahul. That's right. I was close. So Rahul's gonna come up here. I want to hear his experience with Axie Infinity. We got an OG here, man. Thanks a lot, Satoshi. Satoshi, Animoca Brands, right? Sandbox. These are big players. Brinks, check it out. Accelerated program. All right. Awesome. Rahul's here to talk about Axie Infinity. All right, exciting. All right, thanks.
I'm a big gamer. NFS, Need for Speed, boxing, shooting, all those things. But life happened, and I went into jobs, very boring banking, financial jobs, which you don't want to have, but you do have to have.
Yeah.
It's a daily bread.
Yeah.
That being said, 2021, a very good friend of mine gave me an opportunity to manage Axie Infinity for Philippines, because I'm a process person. So I process a lot of Axie Infinity accounts, 57 of them throughout Philippines. I did that alone. It was an 18 hours job.
Yeah.
They had to buy NFTs, 3 of them, just to start playing. If you never know swimming, and if someone throws you in the water, your mind stops working for 10 minutes. For me, it was like 10 hours. Like, I don't know what I was getting into. I thought I know my games, but there was NFT, there was a Web3, there was Axie Infinity, all about ecosystem. It was a journey. It was not a good journey, but I loved the journey eventually in the end. People in the Philippines have 3 different things: religion, common language, a very small country. COVID happened. Everything came to a stop. Axie Infinity was launched in 2018-19. It didn't take off. But when that happened, they were cocooned into one circle. They can't get out and nobody can get in. At that time, Axie Infinity was played by everybody. Your uncle, your aunties, your neighbors, your grandfather, your grandmother,
Yeah.
everyone else. They built houses, they put food on the bread, everything. But the mistake they did was they dumped, I don't know, the selfies, smaller portion selfies. They dumped eventually for pesos. And when you dump into the ecosystem, the number of SLPs, and when pesos are less, SLPs are more, the amount comes down eventually. It goes to zero amount. So Axie Infinity was actually was a one-time wonder. Just like Hrithik Roshan, one-time wonder. Okay, koi mil gaya or kal ho na ho, whatever it is. Okay, it was that part. People are passionate. They played their games very well. I had to handle them 18 hours a day. I didn't get any sleep because if a typhoon or a cyclone attacks and the current is down, no electricity at all, they stop playing. Our NFT in their account is lying idle. Imagine having a rental room, no occupants at all, just lying vacant for real estate. And you're losing money on daily basis. This happens. The moment they get electricity, they start playing. The great thing about Axie Infinity was it was available on the mobile phones. Many NFT games, they first launched on the laptop. No one carries laptops on the go. They do carry mobile phones and they do play all the time, anytime, any given point of time. And me as an account manager of Axie Infinity, I have to ensure that I meet their target. That I'm coming out of my passion zone right now. Now I'm being back to the bank financial zone.
Yeah.
They have to pay the interest because we lend them loans and we got to get interest back. They are customers. If not, then we have to throw them out, hire someone. They have to apply for an Axie Infinity player. They have to show the previous experience with Axie Infinity player. They have to prove how much points they've got. They need to know which games or which Axie animals were perfect for them. And sometimes one which we give them, they would not work out. They would simply quit and go. Unless they would ask us that we want this, and this. The number of activities, the kind of water, fire, elements, all of them are. And it was a great way until COVID went away. They got back to their jobs. The SLP fell down, the amount went to zero. They can't make the daily earnings anymore. And then it came to an end.
But you're still interested in a space in Web3. You think there's some potential for it, and maybe you won't have to work 18 hours a day. Or are you going back? Are you like, no, forget all that Web3 stuff. I'm going back to the traditional finance world where I know I can have a decent job and salary. My wife's not going to hit me on the head with a pan.
Yeah, she did hit me. Oh
well, you can't get out of that either way.
It went to a point where I was sleep deprived and I had to quit Axie Infinity eventually because my health was getting concerned because these people are players.
Yeah, play to earn games and stuff.
They don't sleep, they play.
They're making pennies. But the thing is that where are you at? Are you still like thinking that, hey, decentralization is the future, having multiple people, having investments, having alternatives to the bank, having control of everything, having alternative financial structures, having community-based, peer-to-peer kind of opportunities and accessibility. Do you believe in that future?
I completely agree. I believe in it because right now the financial future of our country and in our hands is taken by someone else. Decentralization is taking the power back from them and having a understanding among us like there's no bosses, it's a flat hierarchy everywhere. I trust you, you trust me. If you break the honesty, you're out. That's it. You can't get back in. If they cheat on us. And I believe because Bitcoin is the biggest decentralization mechanism that there is no altcoin. There is only one Bitcoin. That's it. And right now I work for a Density Exchange, which is a crypto trading platform of crypto futures. So it's a bit of a banking and finance thing.
Yeah.
I want to get back to Web3 NFT, no problem at all. But I need to find passionate people who work, who want to play and not only to dump money.
Yeah.
That's a Philippine state. They played for money. They didn't play for passion.
You gotta have the passion and the interest as well. Otherwise, it's just gonna fall apart like Axie Infinity, right?
It did well.
All right. Well, you know what? Futures is another area of supreme interest, right? And we might have a startup that comes and talks about futures trading here in a few minutes. But I want to thank Rahul for coming up here and sharing his story. Thanks a lot for that, man, and telling us what it's really like to work in the Philippines. We're a bunch of people and changing from one career to the next and moving ahead on what you believe in and what you're interested in. Thanks a lot for that, man. It's a real pleasure. We're gonna be out here for networking and things like that for a while. If anybody wants drinks or anything like that, you know, you can order on the page, or then we're gonna bring some up as well, some more up. And we're gonna have some music so we can do the networking in a minute. I'm gonna say thank you to all of our speakers tonight. I want a round of applause again. Thank you very much. And also for Jack. Huh? And let's get a go. Right. Thank you for that, guys. And if you want, we're gonna start with Crypto Mondays right now. Thank you all to their audience. There's an amazing audience that came out tonight for this kickoff. Again, if people want to get involved, they can get in touch with me, or they can join our our Telegram group. Everybody's got an invite, and invite your friends and things like that. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a break here, and in 10 minutes, we're gonna come back for the live stream, the recording, because there's gonna be VCs and people like that that want to only see the pitches. They don't want to hear me talk. Or they, you know, so we're gonna come back in 10 minutes. So if you want to pitch or you want to hear a pitch, then come back here in 10 minutes. Otherwise, do your networking, hang out, come talk to me, come talk to Samurai, learn more about Zoe House. Maybe you get maybe you can even buy one of the NFTs in the secondary market, because I think they're all sold out. So you don't have to go to the secondary market, but I think they're at a decent price now. You're going to see that double in the next few weeks in the run up to ETH Bangalore. I'm just saying. All right. So thank you very much to our streaming audience that kept on this long from India. Just to let you know, my name is Josh. They call me Dr. Josh, the NFT professor. And in Hindi, Josh means energy, exciting energy. So I think in a different life, I was actually born here because I got this energy all the time. And I just want to say, how's the Josh now, guys? How's the Josh? Hi, sir. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Keep this on live stream. I'll just turn the video on. Some music? Some music on?
Yeah. वो वाले अपने वाले में बता दो किस पे लो
Maybe you want to do some moderating. Yes.
The video is off. Videos off. Videos off, no? Videos off. Thank you, bro. Totally unexpected. Okay. Good experience.
Yeah, good one, bro. Interview.
Watching? If you're right on the screen, but, it's, yes, we're gonna send 2 videos out. Yours is gonna replace the screen. We got all the. Then we have a second video. For investors. For like. Yeah, that's where I would get my cut. Like, that's that would not get. Yeah, that way I didn't make any fun. Yeah. About the and make sure you say. Yeah, I'm again. So I can do it right now. We got everything. Love it. Nobody else has this, or whatever it is. We're looking for 200,000 US, right? And don't worry, I'm gonna give you along. Right? I'm like that guy. We're not gonna be like that. I want to be in there. I don't know. This is the. Taking a video. All right, let's that song. Yeah. That's on your page. I got it sounds more like very fast. So I support all of the things. Yeah, you can bring some more folks up here, bring like. Yeah, thank you. Bring like different. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm just saying, I'm maybe I'll be control. I think we're all different. But you know what? Yeah. Here I am. What are you doing, man? You're still. Yeah, I know the guy. India. Oh, wow. Yeah, I got it. And I'm going to have today, tomorrow, so it's gonna be really strong. So long. Somebody later. Can show their, have a web page. Yep. I appreciate that. Did you get some Coca-Cola?
No, I haven't.
This is my phone that we're just gonna capture, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, this is.
Always. I'll be there when the sun don't shine. All right, everyone. We're back. Thank you for coming today. All right. My man Kushal is still up here helping us. So we got on the screen and we got Crypto Mondays. And this is our special pitch moment for all the investors and VCs in our community. Want to thank all the Crypto Oracle advisors and all the team. What you're doing is amazing out there. And we've got a couple really cool pitches today I've already heard about. Obviously, Zoe House doesn't need your money. But there's a couple amazing, and everybody's like, oh, India, where's all the cool entrepreneurs? I want to invest in some good people. So we're going to bring a couple people up on stage from pre-seed to seed. And starting with, who would like to come up first and pitch their startup or their idea? Anybody? Okay, they're coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, here he is. All right. All right, this is Salman. I already met him. This Salman, awesome guy. We have, earlier we did a podcast about working. He does, so he has a podcast that's known all over India. This is how I know. I didn't know about his startup, so I'm excited to hear about his ideas. But He does a podcast called Someone's Looking for a Job, right? No.
Someone needs a job.
Salmon needs a job, and Salmon! So Salmon needs a job. He puts himself into the position of, hey, I'm this Indian guy looking for a new job in the Web3 space. What can you tell me about what you're doing? So he's a really creative guy, and he's got good ideas, knows how to connect with audiences. I can't wait to hear what you're talking about, man. If you want to put the web page in, okay, no web page, he's just going to tell you what he's got, and then he's going to give you his contact information.
Thank you very much, Josh. Great session today. So, hi, I'm Salman, and I want to tell you about what I'm doing, which is, like Josh said, I explore the world of work in Web3. So, what does that mean? That means podcasts and documentaries about working in Web3. So, I've worked on a bunch. There's a lot on my YouTube channel that you can check out for past work. But I want to cover a lot of them. I want to do more like, I want to improve my quality of work with documentaries, especially, and I think there's a lot of value that can come to the world by capturing the space as it is right now, because this is a great moment in history here in Web3. And not only that, the overall mission for what I do is to generally explore careers and help people figure out what do we want to do in life. And these are the kind of conversations I have with people. Even before Web3, I used to do that with non-Web3 people. And I want to actually, what my pitch here is, I want to proliferate this mission, build an ecosystem around people working around career exploration in a nounish manner. Nouns is a DAO and an ecosystem that helps you build out ideas, support public goods, and develop the Web3 ecosystem. So I want to activate communities in schools and bring them on chain, but not by teaching them about Web3, but rather by engaging them in a movement called Who Needs a Job. And this is, I envision this as I have this completely new vision for the kind of DAO it is. I am a level 2 contributor in Bangalore DAO, and I am quite well versed in the DAO ecosystem. And I want to bring a lot of my learnings and develop this extremely interesting movement that is IRL and on chain.
Wait, so who needs a job, right? Now you notice, anybody from the nouns community, notice I'm wearing my own distinct noggles tonight, right? These are Florida noggles, but the only places these noggles work is Miami, where I'm from, Miami Beach, and India. Everywhere else, these glasses, sunglasses are too cool. All right, but they work in India and Miami. But anyways, you said that with the nouns community and you want to build this in this area, you worked with Bankless, you worked with different people, you're interested in DAOs and building this DAOs. Who wants a job? That's a great idea, right? Looking for jobs, people that are in the workplace, especially with the gig economy and freelance work that's proliferating. And so this is going to be like a freelance community, no, full-time job type of recruitment type of DAO.
I have to
Clarify, please.
because this is really not about jobs. This is about exploring what it is you want to be doing.
Career paths, who
Yeah.
you are in life,
Yeah. Should I get
vocation.
specific?
Give us an example.
Okay, an example is an idea called career days, which is a popular tradition in the US, which is where it's self-organized activity within schools where people come talk about different careers, which is could be parents coming and talking, or it could be bringing people from different organizations to come talk. And what this does is create bringing awareness about future potential careers in among students. And what I want to do is bring this activity in schools and introduce this accreditation through NFTs and build out a model and a DAO that is highly engages something called drop hours. Basically, I want to kind of poke the idea of nouns as a decentralized DAO and an ecosystem that funds ideas, but rather than but not proliferating the noun scheme, but towards a different mission, which is career exploration.
Okay. All right, excellent. Well, someone, the only thing is like if someone wants to get a hold of you, obviously they can get a hold of you through me. You can contact cryptomondays.io/global, and then you'll find a contact form at the bottom of the page, or you can contact us via Telegram group. You can find the Crypto Mondays Barat India Telegram group on Telegram, or on our website that I just mentioned, cryptomondays.io/global. You'll look at the last 2 India events that we had, and you'll find the Telegram group link. Here's the most recent event that we had, that we just streamed, that we're actually literally streaming right now. And then you have the access to the link. And there's the one that we just had in Delhi, and you'll have access to the link. If you're interested in joining other communities, you can find our Telegram. Once you join the India community, then we will let you have access to the other Crypto Mondays community once you prove that you're not a robot or something. But anyway, so if somebody wanted to get in touch with you directly, what's the best way to do?
Salman needs a job on Twitter.
Okay, so just look for Salman needs a job, SALMAN needs a job on Twitter, and you take DMs.
gmail.com, Telegram, everywhere Salman needs a job.
Salman needs a job. Salman needs a job. Salman doesn't need a job because he's awesome, man. Your job's in making people careers and building their lives. I love that.
Or if you're like really cool, then send me on wallet to wallet.
Ooh.
Job.e.
Salman needs a job.e. Nobody has that handle. All right, man. You got a job making Salman needs a job. Ha! Thanks, man. Everybody give a round of applause for Salman. All right, who's next? Come up. This is an interesting character. He has a pre-seed idea. He's going to tell us about it. All right, tell us what your name is, and then give us your pitch.
Hi everyone. My name is Priya Kupade. I'm the founder of the Bohemian Boys. It's the NFT collection for the ultimate NFT in luxury car. And we are providing highly curated luxury travel itineraries, which we call experiences. And for that, we have partnered with many hotel chains around the globe. And we are providing a dedicated platform with a seasonal calendar. So you can go to our platform, book it, and it will be easier for you rather than going to all the website and getting yourself confused with where you should be traveling to. And for that, we have curated all the itineraries from each season where you should go. And we also have a merchandise store which we'll be using for a revenue generation model. So it's like a luxury travel systems like suitcase, backpacks, and bags and all that. And for that, we have partners with that.
Okay.
We are currently looking to raise $130,000 at 1.2 million.
Okay. So you're looking to raise $120,000 at a 1.2 valuation. You already have an MVP, and this is a curated travel site that gives VIP and luxury experiences where it makes it easier for people to book, easier for people to find the best experiences where they can trust. How do you confirm the quality of stuff? You know, like I go to booking.com and they have social reviews and they have star ratings and these kind of things. How do you guys choose these different curated experiences? I'm curious.
So through our partners have like very good reviews on what sort of properties they are providing. And you can always Google it and see what type of properties they are. Like we have partnered with many castles and chateaus around the globe, like mostly in Europe and all that. And we got private villas starting around like $30,000 a night up until like $2,500 as well. Those type of properties we got, and those are like very fine luxury properties. So they are not like sending you to 20 different strangers and going on to popular spaces. It's more like a relaxed, recreating sort of experience.
Okay, so it's similar in the sense of Zow House, where what they do is they create a community, they create an idea. They say, hey, we're going to make it easy for you. We're going to take out all the work, and you're going to be in a place that's cool wherever you go. And so you guys are saying, hey, this is on the luxury side, where this is going to be good quality, going to be taken care of. Whatever you need, we handle it. All right. What do you have a website that people can follow, or how does someone get out and reach out and contact you?
Yeah, so you can reach out to me on our website through the bohemianboys.xyz, and you can just fill it on contact us, and we'll be directed.
All right. So it's the Bohemian Boys .xyz.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's interesting, like Bohemian Boys with an S.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Bohemian Boys .xyz. And that it's interesting to me because you don't usually think of luxury experiences as bohemian. But in the modern age now, here we're in this hostel that's better than the 5-star hotels I was at. As a matter of fact, I'm here on private business, not even for crypto. And I usually stay at like 4 or 5-star hotels because my clients put me in them. And I said, no, I'm staying actually at a hostel. And my clients were like, you want to give up your 5-star hotel for a hostel? You're a bit weird, guy. I said, but you know what? I'm in crypto and blockchain Web3. And they said, oh, you don't need to explain it. Now we understand. So I understand the bohemian luxury side. And you're getting what's called the capture in the audience in this whole segment called the nomad capitalist. Right, and there's a lot more of these coming out in the millennial generation. So, hey, good on you, man. The Bohemian Boys, .xyz, man. Thanks for a round of applause, guys. Come on, want some more jockeying here, baby. All right, all right. Anybody else want to pitch their idea? You got a captive audience. You okay?
Yeah, good night.
Oh, okay. Hey, great to meet you. Thanks for coming. All right. Make sure you get up on the Telegram group, okay?
Yeah.
So you'll know the next event and stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, great to meet you. All right. I'm gonna hang around and order a little bit of dinner. If anybody wants to hang around and have dinner. Come on now. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Have some courage here. That's what we're about. That's what we got investors ready to give millions of dollars, but we're gonna give it for confidence, baby. I love it. Yeah, all right. Good. Tell us who you are, tell us what you got, tell us what you want to do, tell us what problem you're gonna solve, tell us how you're gonna change the world with Web3.
Yeah, thanks, George, for
All
this
right.
opportunity. Myself, Aju, my Twitter handle is CryptoSwami.it. So I'm part of this community called Pole2. You can search it on Twitter called Politics Demon, Pole2 Demon. So we believe that one of the biggest evils that we are facing today is corruption. And like it has been plagued every, our politics, government, bureaucratic, all the institutions. So we are planning to leverage the transparency and permissionless aspect of the blockchain with them. Our short-term goal is we have short-term goals for basically launching an NFT collection. We are currently building our community. So we are coming with a collection in November. So it's basically, I don't want to reveal it. So it's like a 101 piece collection. So people have an opportunity to, it's already minted, pre-minted one. You can either choose a part, whether you are supporting or not supportive with that. Maybe all the Indians who are here are already knowing about the November 6, 2016, November 8, the shock that we went through. So we are taking it up as a course and launching our collection. Our mid-term, long-term goal is that we want to build a public blockchain, which we can leverage, use for the governmental or philanthropic institution to run their daily operations with transparency and mitigating the corruption. So that's it.
Why would the government, which could be considered the most corrupt of them all, I'm not talking about the Indian government, I'm talking about the government in general. I mean, why would the government want to get rid of corruption if they're corrupt? Why, who are you going to sell it to? I mean, you could sell it to Modi because Modi said he's going to get rid of corruption. And another thing Modi said in his speech for Independence Day, which was August 15th here in India, he said he's going to get rid of nepotism. Nepotism, right? Giving jobs to your family members, right? And I was like, wow. Never heard a politician say that. Right? He's got a lot of cojones, a lot of balls, right? So, I mean, I think that maybe he's true, but what happened? As soon as he said that, you had all these people that were obviously given their jobs in high places based on their family names and so forth and so on, saying, oh, no. He's not going to get rid of nepotism. And so you have this saying how is an NFT collection? I mean, I want to support your project, but you have to give us a little bit more.
Sure.
I mean, don't reveal all the stealth, all the secrets, unless later you want to just reveal it to me by yourself, and that's fine. And I won't, trust me, I won't build the app myself.
No, that's not, it's for the community that we are building actually. So currently we are at the stage of building our community. We want to grow it organically. We want to be the people, like, we want to bring on people who believe in this thing, okay? People who believe that, okay, the biggest demon that we are facing in our life is corruption. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
So we want people to be like in our community, and once you like have an NFT, then you will be part of the community, and you can bring like we are calling it as mission proposals. So we'll have our own community funds. We can start proposing. Then there will be like voting for the the community members. You can put up for a course or something to start with.
Let me ask you this, dude.
Yeah.
So basically, are the members of this DAO or this NFT community, they're gonna make an honor code to say, I myself won't be corrupt, and I myself will make my finances transparent and my other dealings transparent first, and then model the kind of behavior that we want to support in society? Is that what you're gonna start off with? Or because if you don't have that, how can I trust your own NFT community that it's not corrupt, right?
That's true.
Yeah, what the Bible talks about wolves in sheep's clothing, saying, oh, we're anti-corruption. We're the anti-corruption group. Don't pay attention to our finances. And now how are you gonna make the world anti-corrupt? You're gonna make commitments based on proposals? Or is these are all ideas in the future. You just want to take a stance on corruption right now and say, let's get a community together and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
That's where you're at.
yeah, that's where actually we are at. We are trying to figure out like how we can leverage this technology to fight corruption. I know it's very hard to filter out, like, I know people, we cannot say like that, but we want a bunch of people who believe that, okay, we can use this technology to like fight this corruption against. We believe that that's a demon. So we will try to build such a community, and let's see how it goes.
That's what the demon is. Okay, so tell us again how to reach you, or the name of the website, or your contact information.
So best way to reach us is like you can follow our Twitter handle called Poltu, and the Twitter ID is like politics.
Can you spell it out?
POLTU Poltu, and it's just politics demon the handle is.
Okay.
So you can follow us. We are updating, like we have t-shirts. So we have a Telegram group where we are active. So we are around 4 to 5 people currently working. We are working on our marketing towards the NFT collection launch.
You know what? There's a young guy that's connected with Zohouse that's active in politics, and he might want to connect with you.
What's his name?
I'll tell you when we're not streaming live.
Okay, sure.
That
sounds good.
And because that's like a different type of community, right? But we'll definitely connect you afterwards with that. That's the beautiful thing, man. Thanks a lot for you. All right, thanks a lot for coming up, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys, give him a round of applause. Thank you, brother. If there's any more pictures, all right, we have 3 good pictures up here. Very interesting, completely diverse, extreme ideas, and coming from any direction, all directions at the same time, and that's India. And by the way, for the people that stayed on for the very last minute, I guys got some alpha for you. You want the alpha?
Yes.
Yeah, I know when Bitcoin's going to take the next bull run, right? And I can give it to you in a simple move. All right. That's my move. I don't know. That's my Indian head shake. It's a yes or it's a no. Is Bitcoin going to make the next bull run soon? I don't know. Did I do it right? Yeah. Okay, good enough. All right, thanks guys for watching. You know how to get in touch with me. I'll talk to you soon. And thanks to the audience again for staying on for this later time, guys. Thanks a lot. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right. So we have everybody that say lane. Who's gonna have dinner with me? Anybody gonna have dinner with me? Yeah.